Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about a very important concept in bike racing and in hard group rides, and that is burning matches and when you should do so. I got a couple of tips for you guys on burning those matches more efficiently, and I think they can help you out in either hard group rides or in races. Now, the first tip that I've got for you guys on burning matches is simply to ride more efficiently so that you have to burn less matches during the ride. Now, if you're on a 50-mile road race, for example, if you can get through that race and only have to burn 5 matches because you've rode efficiently during that race, than having to burn 7 or 8 matches because you weren't riding as efficiently, obviously you're going to be set up for a better finish and get through that ride quicker. Now, a couple of ways you can be more efficient when it comes to burning your matches is like trying to carry more momentum, through turns, apexing your corners a little better. If you're cutting off every corner as short as can be on the entrance, when you exit that corner, you're going to have to lay down some more watts to get your bicycle back up to speed, and that could be a match if you're digging in on a 600-700 watt dig to get back onto the group or to get back onto whatever position you had at that point in time. So also getting low and staying lower in your riding position, which can help obviously make you a lot more aerodynamic, is another great way to not have to burn as many matches. I've been in races where just the mere act of staying low and staying properly tucked into a draft can be the difference between having to put in a real hard dig to stay with a little move and not. But in general, riding efficiently, and even if it saves you one match over the course of a race, oftentimes that can be the difference in and of itself when it comes to your result or to getting dropped or not during a race or a hard group ride. Now, the second tip I've got for you guys on burning matches is if it is an absolute critical moment in the bike race or in the group ride, and it's burn the match or get dropped, don't take the chance of getting dropped. Go ahead and burn that match. I've been victim of this myself way too many times in the past on both group rides and races. There'll be you think in your head this is a critical point in the race or a critical point in the ride, and you're thinking, but there's still, I still got 20 miles left, or still got 30 miles left, and I don't really want to, I got to save some energy. If you end up getting dropped, at that particular point in time, it doesn't matter how many matches you've got left in the book. If you don't lay down the right one, it literally can be the difference between you getting dropped and either riding the rest of the ride or race way back in a different pack from where you could have been, or not even being able to be finishing a race or a hard group ride. So knowing when to burn matches is also very critical. And in your head, if you're like, say for example, you're on a long road race and you've got a 1/10 of a mile, pretty good rolling, pretty good snapper hill, and you're gonna have to bury yourself for a minute, and then you've got a 10-mile flat section over the top. If you don't hang on to the group if you don't hang on to that lead pack or the group that you're with, if you don't hang on there over that little short hill, if you don't burn that match and hang on there, you might get tailed off over the top, and that could really be the difference in your race. So pretty much knowing when to burn matches is also very important, and if you don't burn them at the right times, they can come back to backfire on you. Basic principle that I kind of follow is if I think this is a critical moment in the race, I'm going to go ahead and burn that match and do everything I can to stay with the lead group or the group I'm with, as opposed to, playing it conservatively, hoping that I'll be there for the end. Because in order to have matches to burn at the end, you have to be at the end. So burn them in critical moments if you have to stay with, the lead pack or the, whatever group you're with to get you the best result during your ride. And my last tip for burning matches is burn them when it's good for you to do so. Just going to give you an example here from my own riding. Now, as you guys know, I'm a very small guy. I'm 125 pounds. Not really a powerhouse rider by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, in most group rides that I do or most races that I do, I'm probably one of the guys throwing out the least amount of total power in the field. I mean, honestly, I'm not a powerful rider, but being a smaller guy definitely helps me in certain situations. Most notably is going to be climbing situations. So if I'm on a hard group ride, or if I'm in a race, and I'm feeling good, and I'm thinking, okay, I wanna make an attack here, or I want to try to split the field up, or I want to put a move in. Myself, I'm not going to do that on a flat section of road, or in a portion of the course which isn't good for me to do so, because all I'm going to do is waste that energy of burning that match and making that move, and probably end up getting caught anyways. So myself, when I'm out there, in a race or a hard group ride, pretty much the only place I'm gonna burn matches is tip number 2, burn them if you have to hang on to a group in a critical situation. And other than that, I'm only gonna burn them pretty much on some kind of a hill. Rather it be a short punchy climb or a long sustained climb. That's where I'm going to be laying down and burning most of my matches, at least as far as making attacks, because that's where it's going to be most fruitful for me to do so. So I really have no reason, honestly, to attack guys on a flat section of road, unless there's some other situation going on. Rather it be I'm trying to get off the front, maybe in a criterium, and hoping that a couple guys bridge to me, and then I can work with those guys to maybe stay away from the field. But as far as just my own personal effort and trying to do things solo, I'm just not going to burn matches if I don't think it's a good section of course for me to do so. So you want to be, the basic principle here is you want to be very smart with those matches that you have to burn. I mean, how many you have to burn over a given race or a given group ride is going to boil down to, how long is the ride, what kind of fitness do you have. I mean, there's, how good, have you done a good job in your pre-ride nutrition, in fueling, are you hydrated? I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into how many matches you're going to have to burn on any given day. But being wise with those matches can, without question, greatly impact your results on a race or a group ride. And so I just wanted to share a couple of tips with you guys. There's no real science to it, Everybody kind of has their own strategies in races and in group rides. But I think if you follow these 3 tips, they'll certainly help you, burn those matches a little more wisely, and hopefully, help you do better on your next group ride or your next race. Again, guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. I really appreciate all the support I'm getting. If you enjoy this kind of video, please give me a thumbs up. I'll try to make more of these in the future. And as always, I'll look forward to seeing you guys right back here in the next video.